We are back with another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet video. Today I'm doing a VGC on the Regulation H ladder. This is my first battle on the ladder, and I'm actually using the team from Clover Bells. I'll make sure to link their video in the description down below. Shout out to Clover Bells for always putting out different rental teams each month. I've always went to their videos for helping actually building some VGC teams and also getting rental teams, because I am not the best at building these VGC teams. We have this really cool Trick Room Kommo-o team, and when I have laddered, I've used a Sneasler team with Sneasler and Cinnamoroar, but then I also have Trick Room with P2 and Ursaluna, and that just seems it's just so much fun. I love Porygon too. But looking at my opponent's side, we see a pretty interesting team. We're probably going to see the Dragonite definitely come. So I definitely kind of want to bring the Sinistcha. I think I'm okay with leading it. Actually, I think I'm going to lead Primarina and Incineroar. And then I'm also going to have Porygon 2 in the back with the Kommo-o for the Trick Room shenanigans, just in case. P2 is here just to wall stuff. Actually, I'm not a huge fan of bringing Porygon 2. I'm actually going to bring this in Sinistcha instead. But good luck, have fun to my opponent. I know it was a little chaotic. I haven't actually played VGC on Pokemon Scarlet and Violet in such a long time. I've laddered a little bit on Pokemon Showdown. But yeah, good luck, have fun to my opponent. Let's see if we can pull out a couple wins with this team. I'm very rusty with VGC. It's been a while actually playing on the Switch. But we do see a Cloyster and Gengar lead, which is pretty interesting. I do think I'm just going to fake out the Cloyster, and then probably I could Terrasilize my Primarina. My Primarina is Terra Grass, but then they could just Sludge Wave, so that is not worth it at all. I could also go into my Kommo-o, assuming they're not going to click. Yeah, it's a pretty free switch into that, actually, because then I can just fake out the Cloyster anyways, and then I could Terrasilize my Kommo-o the next turn into Terra Steel, and just be able to negate really anything they want to do to me, especially if they are just going to try to set up. We do get the fake out off on the Cloyster, and I'm interested to see what this. Oh, so they are going to Will-O-Wisp me, which, good thing I am a special set. The Wisp into the whatchamacallit, the Primarina could have been cool, but it really wouldn't have done anything to me. So we are pretty chill with this turn, actually. I'm okay with just clicking Terra Steel, and quite frankly, just clicking Klingor's Soul. You get the stat boost to all my stats, and I think I have a chance to win the game, depending on what they bring. So I'm just going to go ahead, Terra Steel, Klingor's Soul, and then I'm going to fire off a knockoff. Could be cool into the Gengar and just absolutely nuke it. So I'm going to do that. We do see a switch from the Gengar, so we're going to get a knockoff onto whatever wants to come in. It is going to be what? We see the Gholdengo. Okay, this is fine by me. We do see my Terra, but dude, this knockoff into the Gholdengo is going to be very nice. Very, very nice. And then we do just get the stat boost, which we don't hit the Gholdengo for super effective damage, but if we can just absolutely nuke it with this knockoff on the Incineroar right now, that'd be great. Hopefully we don't see a water type move into the Incineroar, but if it does, we should live. We might see a setup from the Cloyster with the Shell Smash, but we're about to find out. We're about to find out. I assume he's going to try to do that, so then the Pokemon won't take that much damage. The Gholdengo or even the Gengar in that sense. So they click Razor Shell. Hopefully we do live. We absolutely eat that because of the Intem, and we are going to get this big knockoff on the Gholdengo and almost take that Pokemon out. I knock off the Amulet Coin, and here I'm kind of free to just click Clanging Scales. I can also just click Flash Cannon into the Cloyster, because surely it does drop. So I'm okay with clicking Flash Cannon into that. And then I think the Gholdengo might be the biggest issue at this point. I don't know. We could get a Razor Shell crit. So I'm going to click that. And then we're probably just going to try to click a knockoff on the Gholdengo. Because Gholdengo shouldn't kill us with Shadow Ball. This should drop. I assume this drops. This is a Terra Steel Flash Cannon. I have a stat race to all my stats, and Cloyster has Bat Spadef. Boom, we killed the Cloyster. Let's go. Starting off very nice. Kommo just seems pretty brain dead. We do see a T-Wave onto the Incineroar, which doesn't really matter in this, I feel like. They could have parried me and then me not kill, but the miss does suck for my opponent, so I do apologize. But hey, we take those. We take those. Winners win. A dub's a dub. We're going to see what my opponent goes into, but I really don't see how they can beat this Kommo-o. Like, this Kommo-o just seems insane with Terra. Clover Bell's always built amazing teams, and I'm just putting the team to use. So, once again, shout out to Clover Bells. But we do see the Gengar, and what was the 4th Mon? It is going to be a Dragonite. Okay, so here, I'm okay with just clicking Clinging Scales into the... Oh, yeah, it hits both. I'm stupid. It should kill the Gengar, and then I think I'm okay with going out... I'm just going to click Knock Off, I think, into the Dragonite, because it might live, but I do not think that Gengar is going to live a Clinging Scales. So, don't really know what my opponent's going to do here. We hit the Clinging Scales, obviously, and we are going to just kill both Pokemon. Kommo-o winning me the game outright. Let's go. Big W for us to start. We win practically off lead. We had to switch to Primarina, but that is going to be the first game for this. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the second battle. We are here with the second battle. We see a pretty interesting team, but a team that it looks like my Kommo-o can deal with, especially with Terra Steel. The Pyroar could get a little iffy. Also that Sarah Ledge, but I'm okay with just leading Incineroar. Best Pokemon of all time in VGC, arguably. Not arguably, I think it's kind of just been solidified at this point. I think I'm okay with just leading off with the Incineroar, actually, and just leading with Kommo-o. And then at that point, this team also looks like I can lead off, or I can have the Sinistcha and the P2 in the back. I would like to bring Ursaluna, and I could Terrasilize, but I think the Inteleon, I mean, with Trick Room it would be nice, but I think the Ursaluna would just pick up 1 kill and then at that point be dealt with. So I think P2 can give me a little bit more merit, and also the Sinistcha. We'll see. I'm hoping I can just win off rip with this Kommo-o, honestly. This Kommo-o set is just crazy good, and just puts like any opponent in a bad spot. But we do see the lead with Serperior and the Sarah Ledge, so not bad for me at all. I'm tempted just to keep my typing on my Kommo-o. At this point, they do get an attack raise, but I don't think that really matters. We could see a Terra Fairy come out, but I'm okay with just clicking Fake Out into the Serperior. And then at this point, just clicking Clanger of Soul, and going from there. Like, we fake out the Serperior, so just in case we don't see like a Terra Fairy Serperior or a Dragon Pulse variant, because it could also be Scarf, and this just gives us the boost. But we don't see a Terra at all. We could Clanger of Soul, and we're gonna see what the Sarah Ledge wants to do. I don't think it hits me for too much damage, and we should be able just to OHKO back unless we see a Focus Sash or anything. But we're gonna see what my opponent wants to do with that Sarah Ledge. We get the Throat Spray boost too, so we are a +2. The Sarah Ledge is going to click Psycho Cut. Please don't kill me. It does absolutely no damage. Oh my gosh, this Kommo-o is crazy. This is lower ladder, but this Kommo-o just puts in work. We're just gonna go ahead and knock off. But I think at this point, like, we just click Clanging Scales, and we might just win the game. These 2 Pokemon should drop. Oh, the Sarah Ledge doesn't drop, which sucks. We get the defense drop, which is fine. But we're going to see what my opponent wants to do here. We see the Psycho Cut. We still live, obviously, and then we're going to kill the Sarah Ledge with knockoff. So, dude, Kommo-o putting in an immense work. This Pokemon is so fun to use. Could have also Terrasilized there, but didn't want to see any... It was Focus Sash anyways. But didn't want to see any shenanigans where they called it and they clicked Bitter Blade or something. We do see what Pokemon? We see Greninja, and we see probably the Pyroar. Yeah. So here, I'm still fine with just clicking. I mean, here we can go out into our P2 and keep Incineroar in the back to Fake Out again, but I'm okay with just clicking Clanging Scales again. We probably nuke these Pokemon, and that might just be game. That might just be game if we don't see a Focus Sash at all. Kommo-o with a +2 special attack because of Throat Spray, and then also with Clanger of Soul, it just raises all my stats by 1. So keeping Incineroar in the back could be nice, because I could also see my opponent just clicking Surf into the Incineroar trying to get some type of damage. Get an attack raise, which doesn't really matter in this sense. We do see a Terra. Do we see a Terra Fairy on one of these guys? That might be their out. Terra Fairy Greninja would be pretty interesting. We see a Terra Water, which at this point would probably KO my Kommo-o, because I am pretty low if it is Scarf, but we're about to find out. It is not Scarf. Both these Pokemon should die. Bye-bye. That is going to be GG's, dude. Kommo-o was crazy. This Pokemon putting in immense work, guys. Just off lead, off rip, baby. Give me this dub. VGC can be fun. especially whenever you're, I'm used to singles. That's why I took the HP bar off. I'm so used to singles. That's going to be it for the second game. We're going to play one more. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next battle. We are here with the third and final battle, and we see a pretty interesting team. I've seen a lot of this on the Showdown ladder. We see the Ursaluna, Amoonguss, Gholdengo, Incineroar, P2, and T-Tarp. Definitely going to be a Trick Room angle. Probably Incineroar or P2 lead to get that Trick Room off immediately. I'm okay with leading. Let me think here. I'm okay. I need the Incineroar. Definitely. We might see an Amoonguss as well. Amoonguss can get pretty tricky for us in this sense. I'm okay with leading the Incineroar and Kommo-o still. And then at that point, we can also have our Sinistcha and then our Primarina in the back to help deal with these Pokemon that are weak to water. Look at fun to my opponent. We'll see if we can get another win with just Kommo-o putting in immense work. I am hoping. This Kommo-o is just putting in immense work. And Incineroar just being the fake out mon to make it to where I can set up. So, really hoping I can be 3 for 3 on the day. And on my return to VGC battles on Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, be able to start out strong. I am trying to, build myself up or work my way up onto the ladder a little bit more, and go from there. But yeah, let's see if we can pick up the big W here. Like I said, good look at fun to my opponent. I'm really excited to see what they end up leading, because this is a more normal team archetype that you would see kind of in the higher ladder. We see Amoonguss and Gholdengo. I think I'm okay with just clicking Fake Out onto the Amoonguss here, and then getting my setup opportunity, because Gholdengo shouldn't be doing too much damage, and I'm okay with just actually terastallizing right here with my Kommo-o, because we probably are going to see a what's it called come out, oh my gosh, a Make It Rain. So we do see the Gholdengo come out here, which is fine by me. We might see Incineroar come out now. Yeah, it's going to be Incineroar. But we are going to get this Fake Out on the Amoonguss. It could also be Protect Amoonguss. And we are special Kommo-o, which is fine by me. But yeah, Big Terra on this. Which, if this Pokemon does a... Incineroar should be able to live one if it is Assault Vest. With its Spadef EVs, like, depending on what it is, it could also live this Klingristle. Or Clinging Scales, I mean. So we're about to find out. They do just click Protect, so we don't really gain anything out of this turn other than the setup on our good old Kommo-o. But I'm okay here with just double locking the Amoonguss at this point. Just for the simple fact, if we can take out the Amoonguss so it doesn't spore my Kommo-o, then I'm fine. I'm fine with that. And then even if Incineroar clicks Flare Blitz, it's probably like, I have a +1 defense. Actually, I'll be back to normal after Clinging Skulls. But I want to be able to do as much damage to that Incineroar as possible. So I'm okay with, I could click Flash Cannon here, and knock out this Amoonguss, but I really want to get damage off on the Incineroar, so I'm okay with doing this. I should live a Flare Blitz, even at neutral defense. I feel like I should, because Kommo-o has 125 defense, so surely I live this. Incineroar has 115 attack though, so there's a chance. So they do click Rage Powder. So I mean, I could have definitely just clicked Flash Cannon there. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm still going to do damage to both, and we do over half. So I'm really hoping my Incineroar is able to deal with this. I shouldn't die to Flare Blitz. I do die to Flare Blitz, which does suck, but I think Amoonguss dies. Kommo-o not putting in as much work as I would want it to, but we still, dude, did half to both Pokemon. And if I can take this Amoonguss out, I really wish I had Flare Blitz here. And Incineroar is going to take the recoil, so that Pokemon's basically nothing. But we don't kill with knockoff, unfortunately. So it does suck. But they did click Rage Powder, though. So here, I'm okay with going to Primarina. Definitely okay with going into Prim. And we have the ability to just click Hyper Voice, because Amoonguss should die to this. And we can just click Knockoff on either of these Pokemon, because at this point, Water type Hyper Voice is going to do a lot of damage to both, and my Prim should outspeed both these Pokemon. So they do click Parting Shot though, which is bad in this sense, but the Amoonguss is going to drop regardless, unless we do see a switch, which they click Parting Shot, so they aren't going to switch. So I do think we still have the ability to win this game, especially with Incineroar just being so low. We do see Ursaluna come out. This Ursaluna is not going to take this very well. This is a Water type Hyper Voice, so You see the knockoff come off? That is going to die. And then Hyper Voice with Mystic Water, even at -1 special attack, I feel like I'm still going to absolutely nuke this Ursaluna, right? Like, am I tripping? Am I tripping right now? Yeah, we still nuke that Pokemon. We probably see a Goldango come out here. But yeah, that's our last Pokemon. We see Goldango come out, and at this point, our Incineroar should outspeed the... Oh, we see Incineroar. I forgot they still had Incineroar around, too. We're going to see a Fake Out come out onto the Primarina. So I'm going to go ahead and... let's think. Let me think. Yeah, I do have Protect on this guy like I thought. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to double switch, I believe. Because I think Prim wins me this game at any point. So I'm actually going to switch. Or switch and then Protect on this turn. I'm okay with this. Because if we do see a Headlong Rush come out from the Ursaluna, then my Sinistcha is going to eat that shit up. So I think I'm okay with this. We click the Protect so we don't get faked out, and then we can just spam Hyper Voice. I think the Primarina just wins me the game at this point. So we do just see the Protect on that guy, and I assume we're just going to see Fake Out from the Incineroar come out. We see a Parting Shot, okay. So I'm still okay with just clicking Hyper Voice here, since we didn't see the whatchamacallit come out. And then I can also just go back out into my Incineroar, actually, instead of keeping Sinistcha in. We get the Intimidate off, and then if that Pokemon wants to click Flare Blitz or Knock Off, like, we're still going to be fine there. And then here I just click Hyper Voice. And I think this should be game. I mean, I feel like I still win this easily with, even with the Goldango being around, because I do have the Incineroar. But we should be okay here. I don't think I'm going to see a Headlong Rush come out here from the Ursaluna. If anything, the Ursaluna switches out and goes Goldango. We see another Protect, so I'm trying to get a double Protect. Doesn't really matter. They probably assumed I was going to switch. We see the Parting Shot come out, so Ursaluna is going to be dead. Primarina putting in work for me, and then also just Kommo-o being able to do that much damage in the beginning, I think really opened up the game for me. Kommo-o is still crazy-ass Mon, especially in Regulation H. Didn't have to click Trick Room at all this time, or in these battles. I can't talk. And we're going to do decent chip to the Goldango, and then I think we're okay with just swapping out our Incineroar so we do more damage and basically sacking off our Sinistcha. I could also switch out my Primarina so I'm not my special attack isn't lowered, because they could also spam Parting Shot here. Let's think. I think I'm going to swap Sinistcha here and then just also click Hyper Voice. I'm okay with it. I should do decent damage to the Goldango here. I did about 25-ish. So even if Goldango wants to start setting up nasty plots, I do think I'm going to be able to deal with this. Oh, I should have protected that turn. They got me. And they nasty plotted. Yeah, they got me that turn. If I protected there, I was fine. But here with Sinistcha, I can actually... Let's think here. They had to probably Shadow Ball, or they could or they could also just make it rain, but then they're going to lower their special attack. So I think in this instance, I might click Trick Room and then swap out into my Incineroar. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to Trick Room and then swap out. I'm just talking about I haven't clicked Trick Room, but I don't think Sinistcha lives this hit anyways, and I just want to get Prim in for free. So we get the Intim drop on the Incineroar. This Pokemon still being around is annoying. But Sinistcha, if you get this Trick Room off, then I think I do just win. We do see the Terra on the Goldango, so this might be problematic depending on what its Terra type is. If it is going to be like Terra Steel or something. It is going to be Terra Dragon, which is pretty cool actually, but I am able to just Moonblast that Pokemon now. But we're going to see what my opponent wants to go for here. We do see a Make It Rain come out, and Incineroar should eat that pretty easily. Ooh, we live on 1 with our Sinistcha. Hopefully we can get this Trick Room off. That is going to be a Life Orb, Make It Rain though. And we do get our berry, the Citrus Berry. Shout out Jay Ricky, I love Jay Ricky. But we should die to a knockoff if that's what we're going to see, yeah. So Sinistcha is going to die, but we are able to get out our Primarina for free here and just click Moonblast on the Goldango. And I mean, Primarina is going to be able to deal with Incineroar, and I still have a decently healthy Incineroar. So we click Moonblast here on the Goldango, and then here we try to knock off on the Incineroar. We go from there. We go from there. This should be a W. My opponent has played very well towards the end game to really put me in a tough spot, but this one's been a little more sweaty than the other ones. The other ones was me just winning with Kommo-o. So we will see. We will see what my opponent decides to go for. The Goldingo is now neutral, though, with its special attack. So me being able to take out my opponent's other Pokemon is really nice. So we do see the Protect come out. We might see a Parting Shot from the Incineroar. We see a Fake Out for no reason. Buddy, that does not work now. I think that's them conceding. I think I do just win at this point. Yeah, I just win pretty easily because my Primarina can just live any hit and I can Moonblast that Goldingo. So GG's to my opponent, guys. I played pretty well for not playing VGC on the Switch in a while. Pretty fun games, to be honest. It's a nice change of pace compared to the Draft League, since I always play Draft League. We should chew this up pretty easily. Oh my god, we barely chewed that up. Holy shit. Never mind. We are going to win this game, but by the skin of our fucking teeth. Yeah, but Jesus Christ. GG's to my opponent, man. If you guys did enjoy, let me know in the comment section down below. I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so please do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Yeah, this can be for this video, guys. Catch you guys later.